Hey everyone, I'm Gui. You know what's crazy? 3 years ago, I was broke in London trying to start a marketing agency and completely failing. Today, at 22, I make more than my parents combined and run an agency working with clients across 6 countries. But here's the thing, nobody talks about what it actually takes to get here. The sleepless nights, the uncertainty, the moments where you question everything. So today, I'm pulling back the curtain and show you the real behind the scenes of building an agency in your 20s. Let me start with something most people don't know about my business. I only work with international clients, not because I'm trying to be fancy or exclusive, but because of simple economics. When you're getting paid in dollars and live in Brazil, where I live, that country exchange becomes your secret weapon. But getting to this point, man, it's been a journey. And if you're thinking about starting your own agency or you're struggling with yours right now, this history is for you. Because I want to show you that it's possible, but I also want to show it's not easy. I'm going to walk you through every step, the failures, the breakthroughs, the mistakes that almost killed my business, and the decisions that save it. So now picture this. 2023, I'm 20 years old living in London with this big dream of starting a marketing agency. I had some success in high school with educational projects, so I thought, how hard can be this, right? Wrong. I failed hard, not just a little setback, completely failure. I couldn't get clients, I couldn't figure out positioning, I couldn't even explain what I was offering clearly. And when I returned to Brazil, my self-confidence was in a black hole. Like I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror without feeling like a fraud. That's when I learned my first big lesson. Your past success don't guarantee future ones. Every new venture is a reset button. And sometimes you need to fail spectacularly to learn what actually works. So I'm back in Brazil, broke, confidence shattered. What do you do when you hit rock bottom? You start climbing, one step at a time. August 2024, I started freelancing for a marketing agents in the US, just trying to make some money. I was also hustling on Upwork, taking whatever I could get. My first real clients, these were bootstrap startups, mostly SaaS companies that hadn't even launched yet. These founders had no budget, crazy dreams, and needed someone who believed in them as much as they believed in themselves. And you know what? Working with those scrappy startups taught me more about marketing than any course ever could. When you have $500 to make 1,000 leads happen, you get real creative real quick. You learn what actually moves the needle versus what just looks pretty. But even then, I couldn't live comfortably. I'm talking about counting every real, every dollar. I won't lie, I was worried, very worried. The pressure I put myself was crazy. So in January 2025, I made myself a promise. I said, Gui, this is it. You are going to build your own agents for real this time. But here's something nobody tells you about starting agents. Trust is everything, and trust takes time to build. Client needs to know you're serious, that you're not just someone that might disappear next week. So I realized I need to take real risks to scale properly. That meant opening an official company, what we call an LTDA here in Brazil. Real paperwork, real investment, real commitment. May 2025, I pulled the trigger. Invested my savings, filled out all the paperwork, made it official. Venture Compass Growth Agents was born. I specialize in helping SaaS companies scale through paid ads, Meta, Google, LinkedIn, you name it. Then 3 days later, and I'm not making this up, 3 days after making it official, I get a proposal to work for a growth agent specializing in SaaS companies. Then, that same week, another agent founder invites me to work with him. This guy runs a successful agency focused on Reddit advertising. Now, here's where most people would panic or get confused. But I saw a huge opportunity. Instead of choosing one path, I decided to do something that sounded crazy but felt right. I would take both agency jobs and run my own agents as a side hustle. Why? 3 reasons. First, steady cash flow. I needed money coming in to invest back into my agents and honestly to survive. Second, I would learn faster. Working inside other successful agents would teach me systems, process, client management, stuff you can't learn from YouTube videos or blog posts. Third, case studies. I would build a portfolio of real results that would make pitching my own clients so much easier. And it worked. In less than 3 months, I learned how to run Reddit ads for B2B companies, how to scale SaaS businesses, how to manage multiple clients simultaneously, knowledge I'm using right now in my own agents. But here's the catch, and this is important. You can't half-ass anything and expect it to really take off. I was spread thin, and while I was learning, my agent wasn't growing the way it could. That's when I realized something crucial. For anything to really ramp up, you need 100% focus. You can't build an empire with leftover energy. 8 focused hours on one important thing beats working 16-hour days across multiple projects every single time. So I made the call. Started putting my focus back on Venture Compass. Right now, I directly manage 2 clients through my own agents, plus I handle 4 other clients from one of the SaaS agents where I have complete ownership of results. Basically, 6 clients total that I'm responsible for. The results, I'm now making more money than my parents combined at 22 years old, working with companies across 6 different countries. I'm very happy. But success brings new challenges. Right now, I'm a solo founder, which means I'm the bottleneck. I'm doing client work, business development, operations, content creation here on YouTube and LinkedIn, everything. So what's next? Next week, I'm flying to Medellin, Colombia to network with other founders and entrepreneurs. And I'm making 2 key hires in the next month. A media buyer so I can focus on strategy and client relationships instead of just running ads. And a growth expert to help me scale our client acquisition. Because here is what I've learned. If you want to scale, you have to let go. You have to trust other people with parts of your business. That's terrifying but necessary. So let me be completely honest about the struggles, because I think that's what you really came here for. The loneliness is real. Building a business is solitary work. There were nights where I questioned everything. Days where I wondered if I should just go back to school, get that degree, play it safe like everyone else. Speaking of school, I quit college, had a full scholarship, and I walked away to focus on my agents and personal growth. My family thought I was crazy. Maybe I was, but sometimes crazy is what it takes. The uncertainty is constant. Even now, with good revenue and great clients, there is this voice in the back of my head asking, what if it all falls apart tomorrow? What if that big client leaves? What if the market changes? The pressure is intense. When clients are paying you thousands of dollars, when their business depends on your work, when you're responsible for other people's dreams, that weight sits on you 24/7. But here's what I've learned through all of this. First, failure is education. That disaster in London wasn't a waste. It was expensive tuition for the real world. Every failure teaches you something, and you can't learn any other way. Second, location arbitrage is real. If you can provide high-value service to international clients while living somewhere with a favorable cost of living and exchange rate, use that advantage. It's not cheating, it's a strategy. Third, trust takes time, but systems create trust faster. The reason I charge premium prices now isn't just because of my skills, it's just because I've built systems that consistently deliver results for clients. Fourth, focus beats hustle every single time. Working smart with completely focus will always beat working hard while distracted. And finally, betting on yourself is scary, but it's the only bet that can really pay off long term. So what's next for Venture Compass? We are scaling. The goal isn't just to be another marketing agent, it's to become the go-to growth partner for SaaS companies who want to scale predictably using paid advertising. I want to build something that helps other entrepreneurs achieve their dreams while creating opportunities for talented people here in Brazil to work with global clients and build international careers. If you're thinking about starting your own agents, if you're struggling with your current business, or if you're just trying to figure out your next move, remember this. Every successful entrepreneur you admire was once exactly where you are now, wondering if they had what it takes. The difference between those who make it and those who doesn't isn't the talent, isn't luck. It's persistence. It's all the willingness to fail, learn, and try again. It's all the courage to bet on yourself when nobody else will. If this story resonates with you, hit that subscribe button. I share the real behind the scenes of building a business, no fluff, no fake guru, no sense. Just the truth about what it takes to build something meaningful in your 20s. And if you're running a SaaS company and struggling with your growth, I do a few free strategy sessions each week. Links in the description. Let's chat. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.